How did you find your mentor? How do you tell people to find mentors?
This is
tricky. It's tricky.
This is a very interesting point. One of my first mentors, his name was Yung Tan, and he was a mortgage broker. And I remember calling him and I said, I got this property deal. And he looked and he said, that's not a property deal. I said, what do you mean? He said, this is a property deal. And he told me the difference between a good deal and a bad deal. And I said, wow, you really know your stuff. I said, how many properties do you own? And he told me. I thought, wow, and you're pretty young. I said, hey, do you think you can sit down with me and, I'll buy you coffee and, you can teach me this stuff? And his response to that is no. And I was like, okay, why are you being so rude?
Because he's busy maybe.
Right. These guys are, and one thing about mentors is they're busy. Yeah. They have businesses, they're doing their own thing.
Right.
And I
said, successful guys like to see young, hungry guys.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And so here's the thing. I said to him, okay, well, when are you free? I'm never free. I said, all right, what's it going to take for me to sit down with you for a few hours just to pick your brain? And he said, if you want to spend a day with me, right, or a weekend with me, 2 days, it's £10,000. And I looked him in the eye and I said, sorry? And he said, £10,000. And I said, I don't have £10,000. He says, that's exactly the reason why you need me as your mentor. I said, why? He says, because you can't even find £10,000 for your business. How are you going to find the rest of it for your life? I said, good point. So I went home and I told my partner at the time, and I said to him, look, this guy wants 10 grand to coach me. And she said, that's crazy. It's crazy. And so I went back to our corner and said, look, can you not just sit down with me just for an hour? He said, it's going to take 2 days. You want to learn this, if you're serious, put some skin in the game. I said, what do you mean skin in the game? He said, look, I can teach you for free, but I know you're not doing anything. I know that you're going to take this stuff, you're going to go back to your life, and there's no hurt money. I want you to put the money where your mouth is. Find me 10 grand in the next week and I'll coach you. And I thought, there's no way. I mean, 10 grand. So, and here's the thing.
This is 10 grand sterling for all you Yanks.
Pounds, yeah.
Right, pounds, right.
Right? And I remember sitting there thinking, how am I going to do this? And here's the interesting thing. The better question you ask yourself, the quality of the question determines the quality of the answer. So, right, where can I get 10 grand from? And so I went to all these places, and I just thought, there's no way. And I remember looking out of my window on the drive, and I saw my car. Honda S2000 convertible, 6-speed, 256 brake horsepower. And I worked so hard. Yeah, right. I worked so hard to get that car. So I thought, okay, well, if I pay him, because I spent all the time justifying, I pay him 10 grand, I get the knowledge, I shortcut it, and then I can make more than that. And so I didn't tell my partner at the time. So I sold my car for £15,000. I paid him $10,000. I was left with $5,000 left, which then I spent buying another car, which wasn't such a great car. And those 2 days with him, after 2 days, 6 months later, I bought 35 houses. because listen to this, he knew a way of buying houses without having to use money. And I was like, boom. If you don't need money to buy houses, how many houses can you buy? And that's how myself and my business partner has transacted hundreds of property deals just by using the same methodology. I still use these same methodologies today in Holland, in Malaysia, in the UK, all around the world.
So he took your money, this mentor.
He took my money. I paid him 10 grand.
Okay, and he took it. He was like, thank you very much. Boom. And then he gave you a full 2 days. He probably mentored you for even longer than that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had some support after that as well.
Right.
Emails here and there. And I thought, wow.
And how old were you when you made that call, that 10 grand call?
24 years old.
Jesus, man.